again, I'm doing.
I have met with lots of families where the heartstring emotion of selling a family farm, if you're not a farmer and not been in a farming family, you can't understand the dynamics that go in with that. You just got to be patient, let them air any concerns that they have, listen to them, and try to understand the struggles that everyone goes through and make it a positive experience.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
It's basketball season, Centerville, and whether the Tornadoes are tearing it up on the road or lighting up the home court, Tuffy's Bar and Grill is the place to be. When the Tornadoes hit the road, swing by Tuffy's for the best burgers, wings, and pizza in town. Catch every game on the big screens and cheer like you're courtside. And when the Tornadoes are home, make Tuffy's your official pregame, warm-up, and postgame celebration spot. Great food, great fans, and the spirit of Centerville all under one roof. Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern Experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Centerville High School boys basketball is on stream from Centerville Tornadoes Live on Live Ticket TV. Good evening and howdy again, everyone. Along with our sponsors and producer, analyst Charlie Preen, I'm Joe Van Gore from the Purple Gem at Centerville High School. This is the 2026 South Dakota Region 4B boys basketball tournament in the quarterfinals between the number 5 seed Irene-Wakonda Eagles. They were 8-1 in the Great Plains Conference against the number 4 seed Centerville Tornadoes, 14-6. Centerville received a vote in the Class B boys final South Dakota Prep Media basketball poll. The Tornadoes were the Great Plains Conference Classic champions as they defeated Irene-Wakonda, and during the regular season, Centerville went 5-2 in the Great Plains. Irene-Wakonda, coached by Stephen Lee, who's in his 7th year, a graduate of Dakota Wesleyan University, assisted by Cody Mullenberg, and Centerville, coached by Corey Muller, who's in his 19th year, a graduate of South Dakota State, and assisted by Josh Morphew. Well, Region 4B is already underway in a play-in game last night in Alcester. Number 9 seed Avon defeated number 8 Alcester Hudson 63-60 to advance to play the top seed in 4B, Viborg Hurley, in Hurley at the middle school gym at 7 o'clock. Besides this game between number 4 Centerville and number 5 Irene-Wakonda, in the bottom part of the bracket, number 2 Parkston takes on number 7 Trip Delmont Armor at 7 o'clock. And also at 7 o'clock, number 3 seed Freeman takes on number 6 Gayville Vollen. And Charlie Preen, well, like last week with the girls in Region 4B, that region was loaded. This region is loaded.
Yeah, for sure, Joe. And I think a lot of these teams in this region, Joe, again, a lot of talk in social media about it, but could benefit from a Sodak 32. I mean, they would want that. But hey, you look at the top 4 or 5 seeds here, you could really see these teams, doing something to rattle up things, shake things up a little bit in this state. I think it's a great thing to have, though. A competitive region like this makes everyone better. And you know what, Joe? The 2 teams that do come out of it are going to be battle-tested for sure. So Region 4, I think 2 is really good this year. There's a couple other regions in the state, but in Class B, a lot of competitive teams this year. So if you can come out of this region, you're going to be in a good spot in the Sodak 16.
And also, seeing on social media, there are about 2 or 3 other regions that are really loaded, while regions 6B through 8B aren't really loaded. Mm-hmm. So there's your argument for the Class B Sodak 32. But, of course, that's been tabled and, will probably be discussed when the Class B, Class A, and, of course, this weekend are the AA girls and boys Sodak 16s, who makes the tournament and how they got there, and who is really good has been left at home. Let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about Irene-Wakonda and talk to their coach, Stephen Lee, here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Out here, you'll learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
A full shop shelf of filters means zero downtime later. During Grossenberg Implement's annual filter sale, save 16% on John Deere and Fleet Guard filters for all your equipment. From mowers to combines, now's the time to stock up before spring hits. And don't forget, we've got additional discounts happening now in the Grossenberg Parts Catalog. Ask about no interest, no payment options for those who qualify with their farm plan account. Grossenberg Implement. Stock up now, work worry-free later. Grossenberg.com.
All right, the team's just about ready to hit the floor for their 15-minute warm-up. Our starting lineups at 5 till and the tip-off at 7 between Irene-Wakonda and Centerville. The Irene-Wakonda boys, again, 11-9, 8-1 in the Great Plains Conference, runner-up at the Great Plains Conference Classic that was held at Irene-Wakonda a couple weeks ago, well, more specifically a week and a half ago. Their wins so far this season have been against Bonham, Andy Central Dakota Christian, Avon, Hanson, Gayville Vollen, Burke, Centerville, Alcester Hudson, Beersford, Scotland Menno, and Marty. And their losses have been to number 4 in the final Class B poll, Viborg Hurley, number 3 in the final Class B poll, Freeman, and also losses to Rock Valley, Iowa at the Irene-Wakonda Blizzard Buster Classic in January, and a loss to Howard, Pipestone, Minnesota area, Trip Delmont Armour, Bridgewater Emory, Canastota, and Centerville. So again, with a win over Centerville back on January 15th, 58-49, but a loss to Centerville in the Great Plains Conference Classic, 52-32. Again, Irene-Wakonda, 11-9, but they had a great Great Plains Conference record at 8-1. For their starters, they are led in scoring by Hayden Hansen, 13.6 points per game, 4 assists per game. Next in double figures, Brody Jonke, 11.9 points a game. Then it's Kane Healy, 10.9 points per game, almost 8 rebounds per game, and just over 2 block shots per game. Noah Hansen, 7.4 points per game, 4.9 rebounds per game, and Christian Putman averaging 7.1 points per game and 7.4 rebounds per game. And you'll hear both coaches talk about a key tonight will be rebounding and tempo. As a team, Irene-Wakonda is averaging 53 points a game, 31 rebounds a game, 7 steals a game, and almost 11 assists a game. The head coach for Irene-Wakonda is Stephen Lee, who's in his 7th year, a graduate of Dakota Wesleyan University, a former Viborg Hurley standout, and he is assisted by Cody Mullenberg. And when the Eagles arrived, had a chance to talk to Coach Lee about the regular season and the third matchup this year with Centerville. Well, no doubt about it, Coach Lee. It's region time and have split with Centerville during the regular season. But before we talk about Centerville, regular season, 11-9, great record in the Great Plains Conference as you went 8-1 against Great Plains Conference teams. Talk about the regular season.
Yeah, kind of had some ups and downs right away. It started out hot and then kind of took our lumps down the stretch, but I was still happy with where we're at and just hope we can keep improving. And certainly with a little adversity, you've had some injuries and illness, well, just about like anybody else. Yeah, it's definitely been interesting, but you got to rely on your other players to step up, and hopefully they'll play all right. All right, so how about the health of your team going into tonight's game? For the most part, we're pretty healthy, I would say. A couple of guys are still a little banged up, but we should be all right. All right, well, during the regular season,
won here at Centerville, and then Centerville won the Great Plains Conference Classic Championship at Irene-Wakonda. Talk about those two games.
The first go-around, we shot pretty well here and, kind of did what we needed to defensively. Second go-around wasn't as great, kind of like we talked about, had some guys banged up, but can't make excuses about that. That's just how it goes, and just try to lock those guys down defensively and play a little better offensively as well.
Well, Coach Muller talked about keys, and I'm sure keys for your guys tonight will be rebounding and tempo.
Yeah, if you can control both of those, that's always great. You always want to win the rebounding battle every time out, and hopefully, maybe slow it down a little bit offensively, not be in such a rush, and just take care of the ball too. That's a huge key as well.
Stephen Lee, the head coach of Irene-Wakonda, on our pregame show. Let's take another timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about the Centerville Tornadoes regular season and also talk to their coach, Corey Muller, after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
Back at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School in the quarterfinals of South Dakota Region 4B. Number 5 seed, Irene-Wakonda, 11-9 against number 4 seed, Centerville Tornadoes, who are 14-6, along with Centerville's 14-6 regular season record, 5-2 in the Great Plains Conference, and the Great Plains Conference Classic champions beating Irene-Wakonda on February 21st, 52-32, but here in Centerville on January 15th, Irene-Wakonda came out attacking and held off the Tornadoes 58-49. For Centerville, Ethan Bobzine had 17 points and Corbin Topol had 10. For Irene-Wakonda, great balance, 3 in double figures. Hayden Henson had 20, Brody Jonke had 18, and Kane Healy had 10. Centerville's wins this year, Canastota, Avon, Beersford, White River in the Midwest Miracles Classic, Burke, Scotland Meadow, Trip Delmont Armor, number 4 in the final B poll, Viborg Hurley, 39-36. Also defeated receiving votes Bridgewater Emory back on February 5th, 47-46. Also, wins over Elk Point Jefferson, St. Mary's from Del Rapids. Irene-Wakonda again in the Great Plains Conference Classic Championship, 52-32, and defeating Mitchell Christian in the regular season finale. The Tornadoes have won 8 of 9 since their Sioux Falls Lutheran loss back on January 22nd here at home. The losses have been to Gayville Vollen, Irene-Wakonda, number 1, Castlewood at the Dakota Valley Conference Classic in white at Dubrook High School. Also to number 3 seed Freeman, 77-42. Sioux Falls Lutheran in their last loss was on the road on February 9th at Chester, 68-63. Centerville, as a team, is shooting 42% from the floor, 53% inside the three-point ring, 26% outside of it, 53% from the free throw line, averaging 55 points, 34 rebounds, 13 assists, 14 turnovers, 9 steals, and about 2 block shots per game. Individually, Centerville has 3 in double figures. Corbin Topol at 14.2, Ethan Bobzine 13.1, and Alec Austin at 11.3 in rebounds. Alec Austin leads with 7.5 a game, 5.2 for Corbin Topol, 4.7 for Ethan Bobzine in assist. Logan Reuter leads with almost 4 assists a game. In steals, Logan Reuter is averaging 2 a game, and in block shots, Ethan Bobzine and Alec Austin both averaging 1 block shot per game. Again, the head coach of the Tornadoes, Corey Muller, who's in his 19th year, a graduate of South Dakota State, and assisted by Josh Morphew. And when we arrived at the Purple Gym, had a chance to talk to Coach Muller about the regular season and the third matchup this year with Irene-Wakonda. Well, Coach Muller, it's playoff time. Let's talk about the regular season first. 14-6, 5-2 in the Great Plains Conference, but certainly your team is on and up. Since the loss to Sioux Falls Lutheran at home, you've won 8 of 9, including the Great Plains Conference Classic. So, yeah, things are definitely on the up for your team.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of guys just kind of show up and overcome some adversity. We've been through some illness and a few injuries and keep putting it together. The kids have adapted really well to what we've been asking them to do and just kind of finding that grit and grind that we need at this time of year.
All right. Well, split with Irene-Wakonda during the regular season. Lost at home, but won at their place in the Great Plains Conference Classic Championship. Talk about those 2 games and how they might relate tonight.
A very different 2 games. They came out the first one and really just kind of punched us in the face, made some big shots, and just never really let up. And we battled back into it, but just couldn't get a groove. And then in the conference game, I think we took away some things that they're pretty successful at. They're battling some injuries. We'll see some guys back. I think that'll play more. That didn't play as much of a role in the last game, but our guys are hungry, and they definitely feel like they can continue to climb and become a better team when it matters most.
How about some keys tonight?
Keys tonight, definitely on the glass. You're going to have to limit second and third chance opportunities. Keep them out of the paint. They're a drive and kick kind of team, so if we can kind of control the penetration and limit some of the kick-out threes, that'll be to our advantage.
How about tempo?
We like to play fast when we can, but we've become a very disciplined team here lately, and when we need to get a good shot, we're pretty good about making that happen. Tempo, if we can get an outlet and get going, we will. But if we need to get down into the post and pound it in a little bit, we're willing to grind some.
All right, that's Corey Muller, the head coach of the Centerville Tornadoes, here on our pregame show. And, well, like we said, Charlie, both teams, talking about rebounding. But also, Irene-Wakonda shot the ball well here back in January in winning by 9. And then Centerville in the Great Plains Conference Classic really attacked inside with Alec Austin. So pick your poison, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Going back to that first game, let's take a look at that. I have the stats up from that one. And, I mean, shooting the lights out from 3, it felt like Irene-Wakonda just controlled it from deep, but Centerville and Irene-Wakonda both had 7 threes in the game, Joe. But, again, it was the timeliness of those threes that were the difference in that game. Irene-Wakonda had them early, got off to a nice start, and Centerville eventually battled back, like Coach Muller said in the interview just a moment ago. But Centerville at one point cut it down to single digits. But, again, they were down 20 at one point in the game as well. There was a time where we were sitting up here like, man, what's going on with these guys? And again, like Coach Muller said, Irene-Wakonda came out, punched him in the face. Centerville wasn't ready for it. Ethan Bobzine, Corbin Topol, go for 17 and 10. Whereas you said, Joe, that there were 3 Irene-Wakonda Eagles that had double digits in that game. So if Irene-Wakonda can put the shots up early, I think that they can do something similar to the game on January 15th.
Well, like last Thursday with the Centerville girls and the Gayville-Vollen girls in the semifinals and the Sodak 16 qualifier in the South Dakota Region 4B tournament, we're going to be doing the introductions of the teams and get us started. So we'll be back, and you'll hear the introductions along with our viewers and listeners here on Centerville Tornadoes Live after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live on Live Ticket TV.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
As we welcome you back to Centerville High School in Centerville, South Dakota. We're in the Purple Gym. It's Region 4B boys basketball time. We were awaiting the starting lineups. Coach Lee talking to his boys down there, pretty adamant about something, getting his boys ready to go. Again, the third time these teams have met in the season. You don't see that very often. But Region 4B action gets kicked off here in a moment. We will send it over to our public address announcer and man in the booth, Joe Van Gore, in just a moment. Looking forward to a fun night here in Centerville. So without further ado, I'll send it over to the public address announcer and the man in the booth, Joe Van Gore.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Centerville High School, and this is the quarterfinals of the South Dakota Region 4B Boys Basketball Tournament. Tonight, the number 5 seed, Irene-Wakonda Eagles, and the number 4 seed, the Centerville Tornadoes. At this time, we please ask you to stand if you're able, remove your caps or hats as we honor America and those who protect our freedom at both home and abroad, and in celebration of our nation's 250th birthday with the singing of our national anthem, sung tonight by Josiah Knutson from Centerville High School. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag. Josiah Knutson from Centerville High School, thank you. Doug Edberg of Centerville High School is the host contest administrator for this game. Irene-Wakonda and Centerville are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. The association and their corporate partners, Sanford Health, Dakota Bank, Farmers Union Insurance, Billion Automotive, and South Dakota Army National Guard remind you that sportsmanship and the objectives of educational athletics are what set this event apart from other levels of competition. Your cooperation and support of the values promoted by these region schools is appreciated. And now, fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the number 5 seed, the Irene-Wakonda Eagles. At a forward, a 6'3" senior, number 21, Christian Putman. At center, a 6'5" junior, number 15, Kane Healy. At a guard, a 6'3" senior, number 3, Noah Hansen. At a guard, a 6' senior, number 10, Brody Junkie. And at guard for the Eagles, a 5'8" sophomore, number 23, Hayden Henson. The assistant coach is Cody Mullenberg. The head coach for Irene-Wakonda is Stephen Lee. And now, fans, the starting lineup for the Centerville Tornadoes, the number 4 seed. At a forward, a 6'2" junior, number 14, Tucker Martz. At a forward, a 6'3" senior, number 20, Corbin Topol. At center, a 6'3" senior, number 33, Alec Austin. At a guard, a 5'7" freshman, number 3, Logan Reuter. And at guard for the Tornadoes, a 6'1" junior, number 12, Ethan Bobzine. The assistant coach is Josh Morphew, and the head coach of the Centerville Tornadoes is Corey Muller. Fans, your officials tonight, Mike Moran, Todd Cowman, and Steve Walsh, are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and hired by Region 4B with the mutual agreement of schools participating in this event. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administrate the rules of the game.
And we thank you very much for that, Joe Van Gore, as we await the tip-off. As always, an excellent job, Joe.
All right, we are underway. Alec Austin jumping for Centerville, Kane Healy for Irene-Wakonda, and the Tornadoes have it first as Irene-Wakonda, well, for the most part, playing a 2-3 zone. So Centerville trying to get organized.
And back to that first time they met this year, this is exactly what they went to.
And here's a shot in the lane, up and good for Logan Reuter. And the Tornadoes on their first possession take a 2-0 lead with half a minute gone in the quarter. Centerville is playing man-to-man. Putman to Brody Jonke. Here's Hayden Hansen on the drive. Blocked from behind by Ethan Bobzine. Up ahead to Corbin Topol. Doesn't have the numbers. Ethan Bobzine inside to Alec Austin. Corbin Topol, left corner 3, no good. And the weak side rebound to Noah Hansen for Irene-Wakonda. So here come the Eagles on their second possession. Putman. Here's Noah Hansen on the drive. Layup too strong. Alec Austin clears the rebound for Centerville. 6:44 left to go, first quarter. Still 2-0 Centerville. Here on the right is Logan Reuter. Corbin Topol on the left, way outside the arc. Here's Alec Austin driving the baseline, draws a crowd. Topol, pull-up 3 from the left side is no good, and the rebound to Noah Hansen for Irene-Wakonda.
Yeah, so far the ball movement offensively for Centerville been pretty good.
And here's a steal by Ethan Bobzine. He got it off Noah Hansen. Ethan Bobzine at the other end will get the layup, and it's 4-0 Tornadoes. 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here in the lane, Hayden Hansen stopped. Goes down low to Kane on the left block. Moving in from the left, Noah Hansen. And a baseline jumper is good. And Irene-Wakonda on the board, trailing Centerville 4-2. Again, the winner of this game will meet the winner of Viborg, Hurley, and Avon Friday night at the higher seed. Here, inside, layup is good by Hayden Hansen. And we're tied at 4, so a little 4-0 run by the Eagles with 5:20 left to go first quarter. For Centerville, Logan Reuter, Corbin Topol, Reuter, a pull-up three, no good, and the rebound cleared by Healy of Irene-Wakonda. Here comes Hayden Hansen. Hayden Hansen to Putman. Putman driving, banging inside with Topol, shot off the glass, no good, and the rebound cleared by Tucker Martz. So tied at 4 already, almost halfway through the first quarter. Here's a pull-up three by Ethan Bobzine, good! Ethan Bobzine has 5. 7-4 Tornadoes. That breaks the 4-0 run by Irene-Wakonda. Hansen, pull-up three by Brody Jonke is good. Brody Jonke answers with a tying 3, and we're tied at 7. Here is Topol. He'll fire a 3, and it's too strong. Kane Healy with the clear-out rebound. Noah Hansen will bring it front court. Healy, right side 3 by Putman is good. And Irene-Wakonda, for the first time, leads with a couple back-to-back threes, 10-7. Here's a 3, Ethan Bobzine, and it's good. Uh-oh. Could it be that kind of game? As both teams answer 2 threes. Hayden Hansen drives, and he is fouled by Ethan Bobzine. That's her first foul between the two teams. And free throws coming up for Irene-Wakonda. Or is it on Tucker Martz? No, it's on Ethan Bobzine. That's his first, team's first. Hayden Hansen at the line, shooting 2, and the first of 2 gets a nice roll and goes in. In for Centerville is Lane Reuter, the 5'8 freshman who has played well off the bench for the Tornadoes this season. Second one by Hansen, good. And it's 12-10. So both teams in a good offensive flow so far, Charlie. And here comes Centerville down for the second time in the game. Lane Reuter, Logan Reuter to Lane. Lane from the left to the middle. Ethan Bobzine, a dead-on 3 from between the circles, no good. Kane Healy will get the rebound, and a rebound foul on Centerville. The foul on Logan Reuter, his first, team second, in for Irene-Wakonda. Hadley Nielsen, a 6'2 sophomore. Christian Putman, who has a 3, will come out. 12-10 Eagles. Irene-Wakonda will bring Hadley Nielsen, a 6'2 sophomore. Caden Ganschow, a 5'11 junior. Riggs Weeman, a 6'1 freshman. And Wyatt Jonke, a 5'8 sophomore, off the bench first. And here's another Centerville foul, this time on Ethan Bobzine, which is his second, team's third. And that'll bring in Hogan Hybertson at the next dead ball. Centerville, besides Lane Reuter, will bring in Luke Anderson. Here inside, Kane Healy off the glass. All 5 Irene-Wakonda starters have scored. Eagles lead 14-10, 3:05 left to go, first quarter. Here's a pull-up 3, no good by Lane Reuter. Luke Anderson, a 5'7 junior. Bo Eide is back and dressed after an injury, a 5'10 freshman. Hogan Hybertson, a 5'11 sophomore. Zach Childress, a 6' sophomore. Jackson Westra, a 6'3 sophomore. And Charlie Eide, a 5'11 junior, off the bench for Corey Muller. Here in the corner, a 3 on the way, good! Brody Jonke. That's the third 3 for Irene-Wakonda, and a full timeout wanted by Centerville, as Irene-Wakonda on a 7-0 run, leading 17-10, 2:33 left to go first quarter on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
This is...
As we welcome you back to Centerville High School, let's look at two of the featured players in this one. First, for Irene-Wakonda, it's Hayden Hansen. The sophomore guard, Joe, averages 13.6 points and 3.4 rebounds, 4.4 assists. You don't see that very often, averaging more assists than rebounds. But as a sophomore, Joe, leading the team in points per game. It's pretty impressive. And for Centerville, it's Corbin Topol. He's averaging 14.2 and 5.2 rebounds, 1.5 assists as Corbin Topol will inbound it here for Centerville, Joe.
And a question at the table. Christian Putman wanted to come back in, but the buzzer had already sounded. So if I know my college and high school rules, not to a T, but Putman just can't come in yet. Whoever was in for him has to go back in, and Putman has to wait at the table for the next dead ball, and coming back in, Hadley Nielsen. All right. Well, Centerville with a full timeout after a blitz by Irene-Wakonda to lead 17-10, 2:23 left to go. This had shades of that game here in Centerville back in January, Charlie, when here's a reverse layup good by Alec Austin. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. First Irene-Wakonda foul is on Kane Healy, his first, team's first. Now Putman is in, and Nielsen is out. And if I can get my sheet, Alec Austin, a 38% free throw shooter on the season, completes the three-point play. So 17-13, Irene-Wakonda, 2:13 left to go, first quarter.
Yeah, there was 14 combined threes in that first game, Joe. We're well on pace to get there.
Here's a long three that's short by Brody Jonke off the floor. It'll belong to Centerville with 2:02 left to go in the quarter, and it's 17-13 Eagles. Yeah, so Centerville started off 4-0. So that's been their biggest lead. It was 7 for Irene-Wakonda a moment ago. It's 17-10. Here is Hogan Hybertson, Logan Reuter, Hybertson. Lane Reuter will pull up for three and missed everything, but the offensive rebound to Logan Reuter. Here is Lane Reuter to Corbin Topol as Irene-Wakonda set to shoot from outside. Corbin Topol can't get a three to go. Here's Alec Austin, a pull-up three, and that's an air ball. 17-13. Irene-Wakonda, 1:19 left to go. Of course, with Ethan Bobzine on the bench with 2 fouls and a couple threes. Here's a runner by Hayden Hansen that won't fall, and another Centerville foul. The foul on Lane Reuter, his first, 4th team. Hayden Hansen back at the line, a 5'8" sophomore, and he's impressive, folks. First of 2, short. Guess I pumped him up too much. Here is Tucker Martz back in for Irene-Wakonda. Riggs Weeman, a 6'1" freshman. Kane Healy will come out. The second by Hansen, good. He's got 5, 18-13. Irene-Wakonda coming up on a minute to go in the first quarter. Moving it around, that 2-3 zone is Centerville. Lane Reuter, Logan Reuter, Tucker Martz pull up 3, no good, and the rebound, and a good box out by Hayden Hansen of the Eagles. Hansen across the timeline, driving on Lane Reuter, and Lane called for a foul, and that's going to put Irene-Wakonda at the line, shooting 2 in the bonus with 38.9 left in the quarter. Lane Reuter will pick up his second, team's fifth. And here comes Bo Eide, Charlie, the 5'10 freshman who got injured midway through the season, but he is in a uniform and he's going to come in.
Yeah, for sure. Really excited to see Bo back out on the floor here. Even with 38.9 seconds, he can be a factor defensively. Very explosive. Great at getting steals as well.
And also shooting the three.
Absolutely, yeah. He's 28.6% from deep, Joe.
Yep. Hayden Hansen missed the first. Here comes the second in the bonus, and that gets a good roll. He is 4 out of 6 from the line with 6 points, 19-13. Here's Bo Eide, Hogan Hybertson. Bo left side for a three, no good. And almost a tip in by Ethan Bobzine, who's come back in. Christian Putman knocks it off the floor with 23.7 left to go in the quarter. So 19-13 in favor of Irene-Wakonda here in the quarterfinals of Region 4B. Tucker Martz, Bo Eide. Coming up on 15, inside Alec Austin, little short one in the lane is good. Alec Austin with 5. Here comes Hayden Hansen with 6, 5, 4, 3, and a player control foul, or an illegal pick, if you will, on Christian Putman. His first, team second. Corbin Topol back in. Bo Eide will come out. So Centerville down 19-15, a chance to get closer. Ethan Bobzine with 2-1 from half court, and it's good! He hit the three! Ethan Bobzine with his third three has 11. And the Eagles lead the Tornadoes 19-18 after one quarter in Region 4B on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
What matters? This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A lot of family members don't realize when you get picked to be the executor of mom and dad's estate or the trustee, it is a thankless job. I have met with lots of families where the heartstring emotion of selling a family farm, if you're not a farmer and not been in a farming family, you can't understand the dynamics that go in with that. You just got to be patient, let them air any concerns that they have, listen to them, and try to understand the struggles that everyone goes through and make it a positive experience.
Second quarter basketball on the horizon. Let's take a look at the Region 4 Class B bracket. Viborg Hurley up on Avon 18-10. Parkston up on Trip Delmont Armor 14-12. And Freeman up on Gayville Vollen 17-10, Joe.
And Irene-Wakonda gets the ball first to start the second quarter after Centerville was down 17-10. Here's a shot off the glass from the right block by Kane Healy. He's got 4, 21-18. Yep, Irene-Wakonda with a 7-0 run to lead 17-10. Here's Alec Austin inside. He is fouled by Kane Healy. That's his second. Team's first this quarter. Riggs Weeman will check back in. Alec Austin back at the line after completing a three-point play back in quarter number 1. First of 2, way short. Well, not way short, but it didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, he doesn't have the best free throw percentage, so he's not the worst guy to get on the line, Joe.
That's the first miss for Centerville. Second by Alec, good. That's the way to improve your percentage, 21-19. Irene-Wakonda, 7:22 left to go in the half. Riggs Weeman to Noah Hansen. Noah Hansen trying to drive down in the lane. Jumper in the lane, will not get the roll. Alec Austin, the strong rebound for Centerville. Back the other way, Logan Reuter. Here is Topol out front, Logan Reuter, Ethan Bobzine, who hit the half quarter. And here's a pass inside to Alec Austin, kicked by the Eagles.
If you remember back to our first game here in Centerville, Joe, there were 2 buzzer beaters in that one. A half-court shot like the one just at the end of the first quarter, and then another one. I believe it was over there, yeah.
Yeah. Here is Alec Austin in the lane. Little fadeaway is good. That was like what, Joel Embiid?
Yeah, when he plays.
Yeah, 21-21, 6:41. And here is an illegal screen or a little player control foul on Hayden Hansen. That's his first, team second. So tied at 21 with 6:40 left in the half. And Centerville with a chance to grab back the lead. We were tied at 10. I think Centerville led 10-7 before a 3 by Irene-Wakonda. Here's Topol in the lane. Shot blocked by Putman. Taken by Alec Austin. Can't finish, but again will go to the line. And this looks like, Charlie, what happened in the Great Plains Conference Classic Championship game. The foul is on Christian Putman, his second, third team of the quarter. First of 2, short. Get a little push with the feet. 14 career points at Yankton High School. I think I know what I'm talking about.
That's right, Joe.
And the second by Alec. There you go.
He heard you.
He heard me. So he is 3 out of 5 from the line. And doesn't lead. He's got 9. Ethan Bobzine with his 3 first quarter threes. Here's Hayden Hansen inside. Missed the layup. Rebound Centerville. Tornadoes lead 22-21. 6:05 left in the half. Here's Topol. Long 3. Ethan Bobzine. Good! Oh, my! Ethan Bobzine with his 4th 3, and the Tornadoes on a run since the first quarter. Here's a little jump hook in the lane, no good, by Noah Hansen. Again, Irene-Wakonda led 19-18.
He's going to do it again.
And another one! And Stephen Lee wants a full timeout to figure out how to put somebody on Ethan Bobzine.
Look at this replay, Joe. I mean, you knew he was shooting it when he got the ball.
He's got 5 threes, including a buzzer beater from half court to end the first quarter. So 28-21 Centerville with 5:33 left to go first half. Short break on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Ethan Bobzine, 3 threes in the first quarter, including a half-court buzzer beater. And Centerville trailed 19-18 after one quarter. But since that time, 2 more threes. So he's got 17 of Centerville's 28 points. Alec Austin has 9. Logan Reuter has 2. Full timeout to Irene-Wakonda. So let's see how Ethan Bobzine is defended from here on in. Here underneath, layup good for Brody Jonke. Jonke went in between 2 Tornadoes, and he has 8. He had a couple threes in the first quarter.
And that's the thing about the zone, Joe. Look how much further they're coming out now. It's going to stretch that zone out and bring some stuff open in the middle.
Corbin Topol for 3, and that's good! Corbin Topol is the 4th Centerville starter to score. 31-23. Centerville. 4:51 left to go before halftime. Riggs-Weeman. Hayden Hansen on the drive. Layup is good.
What a move.
He is something, isn't he? Hayden Hansen has 8. 31-25. 4:37 left to go in a quick first half. Ethan Bobzien. He had Hayden Hansen within about 2 feet. Here's another one. And he's human. He missed.
It was right on, though.
Yeah, it was right on. Noah Hansen with the rebound. Here comes Brody Jonke. Pull up from the free throw line. Too strong. Rebound. Ethan Bobzien. Here's Corbin Topol. Left side three. Good! Corbin Topol has back-to-back threes. Biggest lead for Centerville. 34-25. 4 minutes to go in the half. Here driving in, Riggs-Weeman to Hayden Hansen. Hayden Hansen inside. Kicks it out. Long three by Brody Jonke. Can't find the roll. Centerville doing a great job on the defensive boards.
Yeah, you always see, and it's tipped out of bounds, it'll be Centerville ball, but you always see Ethan Bobzien higher than everyone else. His vertical is phenomenal, but he goes after boards consistently, Joe. He gets a well-deserved rest right now, but, I mean, you always see his hands up higher than everyone else's.
That's right. So a bunch of subs in. Hogan Hybertson back in. Logan Reuter back in. Alec Austin back in. Hadley Nielsen back in for Irene-Wakonda. Here in the corner, Charlie Eide is in, the 5'11 junior. Here is Charlie, right corner. Corbin Topol. Alec Austin. Austin inside with 7 to shoot. Will score again. Alec Austin in double figures with 11. 36-25. Centerville building on its biggest lead. 3:08 left to go in the half. For Irene-Wakonda, Brody Jonke. Jonke in the lane will score.
That's really tough to defend.
Yep. He's got 10. 36-27 Centerville. 2:55 left in the half. Topol. Oh, he thought about a college three. Here inside, Alec Austin. Austin down low. Great feed to Charlie Eide. Scores and was fouled and will go to the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. The foul on Hadley Nielsen, his first, team's fourth. Charlie Eide. I believe this is his first free throw attempt of the season.
Yes.
And he'll complete the three-point play. Putman back in for Irene-Wakonda. Tucker Martz back in for Centerville. Charlie Eide with a three-point play comes out. 39-27 Tornadoes, and it's just like that, like on a dime.
Yeah, absolutely, but you have to go back to the pass from Alec Austin there, Joe. Good vision from Alec to find Charlie underneath the bucket.
Here's Putman coming in from the left against Topol, and he'll score. Christian Putman has 5. 39-29. Tornadoes, 2:26 left to go in the half. Hogan Hybertson, Corbin Topol, long three, too strong. And Hayden Hansen with the rebound for Irene-Wakonda. Here left side, Noah Hansen. Hansen in the lane, scores again. Well, his second bucket. There are 2 Hansens on the team, folks. 39-31, little 4-0 run by the Eagles with under 2 to go in the first half. Corbin Topol inside, Alec Austin, Hogan Hybertson, Logan Reuter, Topol from the left to the middle, back to the left to Tucker Martz, Hogan Hybertson, Alec Austin, now 7 to shoot, pull up three, Hogan Hybertson, and it will not get the roll. Rebound to Kane Healy, 90 seconds left in the half, 39-31, here inside Healy will score. Kane Healy has 6, and now Irene-Wakonda mounting a comeback. They were down 12. They're now down 6 at 39-33, 1:14 left to go in the quarter.
Yeah, this zone defense much more effective when Bobzien's not on the floor, Joe.
Hogan Hybertson misses a 3, and now the Eagles with a chance to cut it even more with a minute to go on a 6-0 run. Here is Putman. Christian Putman inside. over Topol off the glass, good. He's got 7, an 8-0 run by Irene-Wakonda. 44 seconds left to go in the half. Hybertson. Yep, they're keeping Ethan Bobzine on the bench with those 2 fouls. Alec Austin in the lane will score.
Yeah, this time of year you have to be able to make those mid-range shots, and both teams are doing it right now.
So 13 for Alec Austin, 17 for Ethan Bobzine. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Hayden Hansen with it on the left. Now down to 13, 12, 11. Hansen, left side to Putman in the corner for a 3. No good. Rebound to Kane Hansen over Alec Austin, no good. Rebound tick to Putman, 1 second left in the half. Scores and was fouled with no time remaining. And he'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play with no time remaining. And now the officials are going to talk and see if it counted at the buzzer.
Yeah, it did. I wish I could show them the replay. Again, Doug, if you could get a replay board in here, I could really get the crowd going. Let's take another look at this on the replay here, Joe.
Well, the foul is on Logan Reuter, his second, first team of the quarter. And the basket is good by Christian Putman. He now has 9. He's at the line to try to complete the 3-point play to turn a 12-point deficit into a 3-point deficit at the half for Irene-Wakonda. Free throw by Putman, no good. And at halftime, it's Centerville 41 and Irene-Wakonda 37. They call it a game of runs, and boy, you saw runs like something in the second quarter. We'll be back with halftime. This is the 2026 South Dakota Region 4B Boys Basketball Tournament quarterfinals. Again at the half, Centerville 41, Irene-Wakonda 37 on Centerville Tornadoes Live Ticket TV.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimmatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
It's basketball season, Centerville, and whether the Tornadoes are tearing it up on the road or lighting up the home court, Tuffy's Bar and Grill is the place to be. When the Tornadoes hit the road, swing by Tuffy's for the best burgers, wings, and pizza in town. Catch every game on the big screens and cheer like you're courtside. And when the Tornadoes are home, make Tuffy's your official pregame, warm-up, and postgame celebration spot. Great food, great fans, and the spirit of Centerville all under one roof. Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Could you use some extra cash? Every Thursday night, we're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Back at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School, halftime of the quarterfinals of the South Dakota Region 4B Boys Basketball Tournament. And number 4 seed, Centerville Tornadoes, lead the number 5 seed, Irene-Wakonda Eagles, 41-37. Centerville had as much as a 12-point lead. I think out of the corner of my eye, I saw Centerville 38 and Irene-Wakonda with 26. But what a barrage by the Eagles late in the game. Early on, Centerville had a 4-0 lead with the score tied at 10. It wasn't a 7-0 run. It was a 10-0 run with Centerville up 10-7 as Irene-Wakonda led 17-10 in the latter moments of the first quarter. And then Centerville put on a run highlighted by a half-court three-pointer by Ethan Bobzine at the buzzer. And Irene-Wakonda led 19-18 after one. And then after Centerville led by 12, Irene-Wakonda closes it to 4 at the half, 41-37, Charlie.
Yeah, what a wild first half. It's like an NBA score here at the half. We're pushing a potential 80-80 type of final score, and that would be a real fun one. But, hey, the offensive explosion is great, but you have to look on the defensive side and figure out how you adjust. At the half, Ethan Bobzine has 17 points, but, Joe, he has 2 fouls. How do you make sure that he stays smart defensively and still play defense? Because it feels like towards that end of that first half, Joe, Centerville was allowing Irene-Wakonda to come down and put up those mid-range shots without contesting. So how do you go and adjust? And Irene-Wakonda, they're going to change up their zone when Bobzine's on the floor. But when he's not, Centerville's having a hard time scoring against that zone. There's no ifs and buts about it. So what do you do at the half? Irene-Wakonda already back out on the floor. They're shooting well, Joe. I mean, a quick halftime speech from Coach Lee.
All right, here's the first half scoring for Irene-Wakonda. All 5 starters score, none off the bench, 1 in double figures, a couple edging double figures. Brody Jonke with 10 at the half. He had 2 first quarter threes. Christian Putman almost had a 3-point play at triple zeros at halftime, but he missed completing a 3-point play. He had a first quarter 3. Again, Putman with 9, 8 for Hayden Hansen, 6 for Kane Healy, 4 for Noah Hansen. Hadley Nielsen, Riggs Weeman played for Irene-Wakonda but didn't score. Irene-Wakonda, 15 field goals, 3 of those 3-pointers. Again, Brody Jonke with 2, Christian Putman with 1. For Centerville, 4 out of their 5 starters have scored, 1 off the bench, 2 in double figures. Ethan Bobzine with 3 threes in the first quarter, including a half-court buzzer beater to end the first, and added 2 more threes in the second, has 17 to lead the Tornadoes. Alec Austin has 13, all inside. Corbin Topol with a couple threes for 6 points, and Logan Reuter with 2. Tucker March started for Centerville, hasn't scored. Charlie Eide off the bench has a 3-point play. Bo Eide, Lane Reuter also played for Centerville but didn't score. Centerville, 15 field goals, 7 of those 3-pointers, 5 by Ethan Bobzine, 2 by Corbin Topol, and Centerville, 4 out of 6 from the free throw line. And Irene-Wakonda, again, 4 out of 7 from the free throw line, and Tornadoes lead 41-37 heading into the third quarter. And Charlie, let's check the rest of 4B.
Yeah, let's check it out. All scores at the half here, Joe. Not much going on up in Viborg-Hurley. Avon only scoring 2 points in the entire second quarter. That score 29-12 at the half. Parkston and Trip Delmont Armor, that one a little surprising at the 2-7. Parkston, a real high seed in the state. Having a little trouble with TDA right now, Joe. That's one to keep an eye on. 26-25. And Freeman up 29-25 on Gayville-Vollen. Gayville-Vollen, a team that gave Centerville a run for their money and actually beat them here earlier this year, January 6th. So Gayville-Vollen, a team that could do it if the three ball goes down. They can beat a lot of good teams. Freeman, a quality team in this state, and they're playing right with them. That one again, 29-25 in your Region 4 scores in Class B, Joe.
Again, the winner of this game between Centerville and Irene-Wakonda will meet the winner of Viborg-Hurley and Avon in the semifinals of 4B and the SODAC 16 qualifier Friday. The winner of Parkston and Trip Delmont Armor and Freeman of Gayville-Vollen will meet in the semis of 4B for the SODAC 16 qualifier on Friday. Let's take a short break. We'll be back with the third quarter. Don't go away. Centerville 41, Irene-Wakonda 37 on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
All right, Centerville basketball to start the third with their original starting five of Tucker Martz, Corbin Topel, Alec Austin, Logan Reuter, and Ethan Bobzine. Irene-Wakonda with Christian Putman, Kane Healy, Noah Hansen, Brody Jonke, and Hayden Hansen. And Centerville's Logan Reuter across the timeline, Ethan Bobzine. Hayden Hansen pops out on him as Irene-Wakonda in that zone, but they have been all game long. Here in the lane, Alec Austin tried to go down low. Here is Logan Reuter, left one short, got his rebound back, goes up strong, scores, and was fouled, and will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Take another look at that. Really tough finish inside, getting his own rebound and going back up strong to get the finish.
Christian Putman with his third, team's first. Logan, a 63% free throw shooter on the season, but he stepped on the line. So that doesn't even count as an attempt.
Really?
That's what I remember from helping out the late Norm Hilson do South Dakota State men's basketball in the 80s on WNAX. Ron Lenz, the longtime SID, said, nope, it don't count if there's a violation. Here's a three by Putman from the right corner. Flat and no good. Rebound to Centerville. Centerville leads 43-37. Logan Reuter kicks it out to Martz. Dead on three. Ethan Bobzine short. And the offensive rebound to Logan Reuter to Martz. Here's Corbin Topel from the right. Out front, Ethan Bobzine, another pull-up three, and it's no good.
And he's right around.
Oh, doesn't have the stroke yet, but he certainly did in the first half with 5 threes for 17 points to lead all scorers. 43-37, Centerville, 6:40 left to go in the third. Putman at the free throw line, inside, can't finish. Rebound, Tucker Martz. And again, Centerville, like the first half, doing a good job on the defensive boards. Down low, Alec Austin, reverse layup is good. He was fouled and will go to the line for a second time to try to complete the three-point play. Kane Healy with his third, second team. Alec Austin was 3 out of 5 from the line in the first half. Centerville as a team, 4 out of 6. Alec will complete the three-point play. He's got 16, 46-37. And now Centerville has gone to a zone. Here is Hayden Hansen. Christian Putman inside. Jump hook short, gets his own rebound. And a foul on the floor on Centerville.
You know, I don't hate the move by Coach Muller going to a zone, because all of the shots that Irene-Wakonda had in that late second or late first half were all inside, all mid-range shots. The zone ain't going to allow that.
Yep, that was a foul on Alec Austin of Centerville, his first team of the quarter. Pull up three, too strong for Brody Jonke. Saved by Topol. Here's a three by Hayden Hansen. That misses the mark. And the rebound to Centerville with a 9-point lead, 5:50 left to go in the third quarter. So here's Irene-Wakonda packing in a 2-3 zone. Logan Reuter takes a dribble. Alec Austin comes out, gets a pass. Alec gets a return pass, left corner, driving in. Here's an open three for Topol. Short. Rebound. Goes to Centerville. Inside. Logan Reuter can't finish. Reuter had his hands on the rebound, but it's taken away by Christian Putman of the Eagles. Back the other way. Hayden Hansen. Foul on Tucker Martz. That's his first, team second of the third quarter.
Yeah, and that's the right call. I mean, defensively, Centerville kind of out of place there, so catching back up. They'll regroup here. We'll get some subs in, but Centerville catching their breath here. Have to find a way to stop Irene-Wakonda defensively on that inside part where they like to be, because the three-point ball not falling right now for Irene-Wakonda. You know it will, Joe.
Hogan Hybertson, Lane Reuter back in for the Tornadoes, leading by 9 from the end line. Here it goes inside to Kane Healy. Lost the ball, and it's taken by Lane Reuter. 46-37 Centerville. Free throw line, Ethan Bobzine. He'll back on out with Hayden Hansen just about at his belt. Here inside, Alec Austin. They pass it around the zone. Hogan Hybertson, Alec Austin. Did he travel? Don't know. No call. Here in the corner, Corbin Topol, 7 to shoot. And the ball knocked away, loose on the floor, picked up by Reuter. And he just chucked it up there like a shot put. It missed everything, went over the basket. And it's Irene-Wakonda ball with 4:33 left to go in the third. Well, you know, it's just a natural reaction, I would think. Here, Brody Jonke. Hayden Hansen, left side, Noah Hansen backing in, jump hook in the lane, short foul on Hogan Hybertson with 4:15 left in the third. Hogan Hybertson will pick up his first third team. Noah Hansen, 4 points in the first half at the line. Irene-Wakonda, 4 of 7 from the line in the first half. And the first of 2 is good. Hadley Nielsen back in for Irene-Wakonda for Putman, who has 9 points, including a 3. Logan Reuter out. No, Logan Reuter back in. Lane Reuter came out. I'm sorry. And the second one, no good. That is the first point, though, for Irene-Wakonda with about half of the third quarter gone. Centerville only has 5 points so far this quarter.
Yeah, and I think you can attribute a lot of that to the zone they switched to.
Yep. Here is Logan Reuter outside the arc on the left. Ethan Bobzine down low to Alec Austin. Here's Hogan Hybertson. Ethan Bobzine, 5 to shoot. Pull up 3. Good by Logan Reuter. Logan Reuter has 7. 5 in the quarter, his first 3.
I think he might have the lowest three-point percentage on the team, but he makes it.
Yep, and Hayden Hansen missed an easy layup. Centerville by 11. Their biggest lead has been 12. Corbin Topol, left corner 3, tipped out by Alec Austin. Dead on 3. Good! Logan Reuter. He's got back-to-back threes. 52-38. Irene-Wakonda needs a TO, and they'll get it. Timeout. Irene-Wakonda, their second full timeout, 3:09 left in the quarter. Centerville 52, Irene-Wakonda 38 on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
As we welcome you back to third quarter action, Centerville High School in Centerville, South Dakota. Let's take you back to the first time these teams met this season. That was January 15th, where Ethan Bobzine had 17 points on 3 3-pointers, and Corbin Topol had 10 points on 3 threes. Hayden Hansen had 20 on 3 threes, and Brody Jonke had 18 on 4 3-pointers. But Joe, tonight, Centerville already has 9 made 3-pointers in the ball game, whereas Irene-Wakonda has 3 on the night. There were 7 3-pointers apiece made by both teams in the game, and Irene-Wakonda ran away with it at the end, where Centerville tried to play it close, but they got into a little bit of foul trouble and couldn't quite make it happen. But quite the difference tonight, Joe.
Centerville with it, leading 52-38, their biggest lead of the night. Here inside, Hadley Nielsen couldn't find a shot. Hayden Hansen drives in, misses. Charlie Eide back in, will get the rebound, hitting the floor. Here come the Tornadoes. They don't have numbers. Irene-Wakonda settles back in that 2-3 zone. 52-38. Irene-Wakonda with only a point here in the third, while the Tornadoes have 11. Here's a long three. Ethan Bobzine, no good. Rebound, Kane Healy. Irene-Wakonda needs baskets, and they need them in a hurry. Hayden Hansen missed. Up ahead, Logan Reuter in traffic, missed. Puts it back up and in. Logan Reuter has 10. A 30-second timeout wanted by Centerville. 2:11 left in the third. Centerville 54, Irene-Wakonda 38 on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
All right, Logan Reuter, the 5'7" freshman, 10 of his 12 points, including a couple threes, 54-38. Centerville, 2:11 left to go. And in Hurley at the Viborg-Hurley Middle School, Viborg-Hurley 42, Avon 14. They've only scored 4 points since the end of the first quarter.
Jeez, that defense is suffocating at times.
And here's Centerville with some backcourt pressure. Noah Hansen is fouled in the backcourt, I believe, by Hogan Hybertson. Hogan Hybertson with his second, fourth team of the quarter. Irene-Wakonda with only 2 fouls this quarter. 54-38. So that 10 by Logan Reuter and a 3-point play by Alec Austin. A 13-1 run. And ball knocked away from Noah Hansen up ahead. Logan Reuter with the left hand, the layup good! He was fouled and will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Logan Reuter continuing his onslaught.
Yeah, watch that move on the replay. I mean, absolutely fabulous work from Logan Reuter. What a night from him.
You bet. Brody Jonke with the foul. He stepped on the line, completing a 3-point play earlier this quarter. He misses the 3-point play attempt here. Foul in the backcourt on Centerville. And it's on Lane Reuter, his third, fifth team. Irene-Wakonda in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. 3 will come in for Centerville. Kane Healy will come back in for Irene-Wakonda. First of 2 here is good. Alec Austin, Ethan Bobzine, Corbin Topol back in for Centerville. A 56-39 Centerville lead, 1:44 left to go in the third quarter. But again, Irene-Wakonda was down 12 in the second and made a run to come within 4 at the half, and it could have been 3. Both free throws made by Hayden Hansen, 56-40. 1:41 left to go in the quarter. Ethan Bobzine lost the ball and still loose on the floor. Last touched out of bounds by Brody Jonke of the Eagles. Tucker Martz, the only Centerville starter, was going to throw it in, but now it'll be the red-hot Logan Reuter. Inbounds pass, Alec Austin goes up, misses, and Logan Reuter at 5'7" almost had another rebound in a sequence where he missed once and he got a rebound, missed twice, got a rebound, and put it back in. At 5'7", folks, in traffic. Here's a pull-up 3, Noah Hansen no good, and the rebound to Alec Austin, 56-40. Centerville coming up on a minute to go in the third quarter, and now Centerville taking their time. Logan Reuter takes a look at the clock. Here is Ethan Bobzine. Left side, Tucker Martz, pass inside to Alec Austin, kicked by Brody Jonke. 15 to shoot, 59.8 left in the quarter. Pass out front, Ethan Bobzine. Right side, Corbin Topol. Now 10 to shoot, 54 seconds left in the quarter. Now 5 to shoot. Tucker Martz for 3, and it's good! Tucker Martz becomes the 5th Centerville starter to score. 59-40, Centerville, 40 seconds left in the third. Hayden Hansen inside will score. That's the first field goal for Irene-Wakonda with 39 seconds left in the quarter. It's 59-42. And now Centerville, with the shot clock off, will go for one. Logan Reuter. I don't think he wants the third quarter to end.
This might be the best quarter of his career.
Oh, no doubt. And he's only a freshman. 12, 11, 10. Left side Topol. Logan Reuter with 5, 4. Left corner 3 by Topol, short. Rebound, Irene-Wakonda. Long shot, way short at the end of 3. Centerville 59, Irene-Wakonda 42. Back with the fourth after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
A full shop shelf of filters means zero downtime later. During Grossenberg Implement's annual filter sale, save 16% on John Deere and Fleet Guard filters for all your equipment. From mowers to combines, now's the time to stock up before spring hits. And don't forget, we've got additional discounts happening now in the Grossenberg Parts Catalog. Ask about no interest, no payment options for those who qualify with their farm plan account. Grossenberg Implement. Stock up now, work worry-free later. Grossenberg.com.
Welcome back to Centerville High School. As we approach fourth quarter action, let's take a look across Region 4 in Class B. Viborg early all over Avon. They're up 20, 43-23. Parkston up on TDA, 40-28. And Joe, what do you got there?
A 3 by Brody Jonke.
Freeman up on Gayville Vollen, 51-33 to round out your scores in Class B.
All right, thank you, Charlie. 59-45 with about 30 seconds gone in the fourth. That is the first three of the half. Long three, Ethan Bobzine, no good. Offensive rebound, Alec Austin. Tucker Martz, free throw line. Corbin Topol, a pull-up three with a guy in his face, no good. Rebound, Noah Hansen. Well, if the Eagles want to come back, they got to do it now. They were down by as much as 19. Here's a little runner short by Noah Hansen. Up ahead, throw. Corbin Topol with the right hand from the left side. He left the layup too strong. Back the other way, Brody Jonke. Jonke to the free throw line. Down low, Hayden Hansen missed it. He had Alec Austin to alter his shot. 59-45. Still time. 6:45 to go, but Centerville is going to take their time.
Yeah, a few of these possessions strung in a row, it can really get difficult fast for Irene-Wakonda.
Here in the left corner, Tucker Martz, Corbin Topol to Logan Reuter, who had 12 of his 14 in the third. Here in the corner, Tucker Martz for three, no good. And the rebound, Hayden Hansen. Hayden Hansen has 12. Brody Jonke, 13 to lead the Eagles. Here's a tip pass. Alec Austin tipped it away. Coming up on 6 minutes to play. Tornadoes 59, Eagles 45. Here's a pull-up jumper from the high post for Ethan Bobzine.
He does shoot from inside the arc.
Yes, he does, folks. 19 for the 6'1 junior. Here in the lane, short, and the rebound. That was Hayden Hansen with it. The rebound to Martz. Back the other way, Centerville. Now 5:40 to go, and this quarter's going by fast. Alec Austin, reverse layup, good. Alec Austin has 18. 63-45, 5:29 to go. Eagles need threes, and they need them in a hurry. And there's one from Hayden Hansen, too strong. Offensive rebound to Putman. Back out to Hayden Hansen driving in. Layup is no good, but he was fouled and will shoot two with 5:13 to go. The foul on Ethan Bobzine, his third, first team this quarter. Hayden Hansen, 6 out of 8 from the line with 12 points. Shooting two. First of two, no good. Charlie Eide, Hogan Hybertson, Lane Reuter back in. Charlie Eide has a 3-point play off the bench for Centerville. That's the only bench points for either team. Second on the way, short. Rebound, Alec Austin. So an uncharacteristic 2 misses at the line for Hayden Hansen of Irene-Wakonda.
And down 18, empty possessions aren't going to work for Irene-Wakonda.
That's right. Left corner 3 by Topol. Too long. The rebound to Brody Jonke. As the only points, Jonke drives in. And in traffic is fouled, I believe, by Alec Austin.
Make them work for it, I guess, is what the Tornadoes are thinking.
Yep. So Alec Austin, no. It's on Lane Reuter, and that's his fourth. Second team. Brody Jonke at the line for the first time. First of two is good. In for Irene-Wakonda, Wyatt Jonke, the 5'8 sophomore. Logan Reuter back in. Lane Reuter out. So great minutes from a freshman, a sophomore, a freshman, and a junior. Second one no good. Rebound Alec Austin. Here comes Logan Reuter. Left corner, Charlie Eide. Corbin Topol. We're about 40 seconds away from the midway point of the fourth. Irene-Wakonda gets a steal. Hayden Hansen fouled, I believe, by Hogan Hybertson. Hogan Hybertson will pick up his third team of the quarter. Hayden Hansen back at the line for 2 more. He's 2 out of 4 this half First of two here is no good. 63-46 Centerville. 4:33 to go. Tucker Martz back in. Corbin Topol, who had those back-to-back threes in the second quarter, comes out. Second one on the way, short. Rebound, Hogan Hybertson. 4:29 left in the game. And here's a steal by Brody Jonke, driving in with a Euro step, fouled by Hogan Hybertson, and that's his fourth. So Hogan Hybertson with his fourth team. Brody Jonke, 1 out of 2 from the line this quarter. First of 2. It almost did the dance of the 7 veils, but it just kind of rolled off. And Corey Muller wants a full timeout. We'll take it too. 4:23 to go. Quarterfinals, Region 4B. Centerville 63, Irene-Wakonda 46 on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
.423 to go. So for timeouts, Centerville has 2, a full and a 30. Irene-Wakonda with a full and 2 30s, in case you're interested. 14 fouls for Centerville this quarter, none for Irene-Wakonda. But Irene-Wakonda really struggled in the third. Centerville outscored them 18-5. And Brody Jonke at the line. Second of 2, good. 63-47, Centerville, 4:23 to go. Full court pressure by the Eagles. Here's Alec Austin. Austin gets it across the timeline to Logan Reuter, to Tucker Martz, now to Logan. And now they're going to put a little pressure out on the perimeter. Noah Hansen with some pressure on Logan Reuter. Ethan Bobzine to Alec Austin. Alec against Kane Healy, and will score again. He's got 20. 65-47, under 4 to go. And a nice runner off the glass for Hayden Hansen is up and good. He has 14. 65-49. We're just trading baskets now with 3:43 to go. And here's Ethan Bobzine fouled from behind, I believe, by Brody Jonke. Brody Jonke with his first team of the quarter. So, dare I say, it's looking like Centerville and Viborg Hurley on Friday night in the Sodak 16 qualifier. Down low, Logan Reuter double clutched but missed it completely. Up ahead, Hayden Hansen. Boy, almost got a off-balance shot to go off the glass, but it's rebounded by Centerville with 3:22 to go. Corbin Topol faked the 3. Bounce pass out front. Alec Austin, wide open 3. Ethan Bobzine, and he left it short. Only has a bucket after having 5 threes in the first half. Noah Hansen loses the ball, and Centerville will play it with 3 minutes to go. Yeah, regardless of what happens, this is Centerville's, the boys' last home game, like the girls' region games for Centerville last week were their last home games of the season. And Christian Putman will come back in. Foul on Irene-Wakonda was on Noah Hansen, his first, team second. Speaking of the girls, Charlie and I will be at the new Mitchell High School gym Thursday. Here inside, Ethan Bobzine scores and was fouled. And will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. Ethan Bobzine now with 21. And the foul on Hayden Hansen, his second, team's third. The Centerville girls against Highmore Herald. And Ethan Bobzine at the line. Before that make, 69% from the line. He's got 22. 68-49 in the lane. A nice roll for Noah Hansen, who has 7. 68-50, 2:26 to go, and Centerville will throw it away.
68-51, Joe. They had updated on the scoreboard wrong.
Oh, 68-51, okay. And coming out, Tucker Martz, who had a third quarter three. Charlie Eide back in. Here is Hayden Hansen, long three, no good. Charlie Eide rips the rebound away from Wyatt Jonke with 2:08 left to go. Here's Ethan Bobzine, who was in early foul trouble but still managed to score 17 first half points on 5 threes. Ethan Bobzine underneath, goes up, misses, and the rebound to Hayden Hansen. The murmur that you hear was the Centerville fans wanting a foul. Here's a three from the corner, no good by Noah Hansen. A pass up court from Alec Austin to Corbin Topel goes awry. And it's Irene-Wakonda basketball with 1:43 to go. I think it might be time to clear the bench. But people often accuse me of coaching from the booth. Here's a long three, short by Brody Jonke. Ethan Bobzine coming in from the right. Now low to Corbin Topel, who gets knocked down by Hayden Hansen. It'll be Centerville basketball with 91 seconds left in the game. Inbounds pass, Alec Austin, Ethan Bobzine, and through the hands of Logan Reuter into the hands of Coach Corey Muller of Centerville. It will be Irene-Wakonda basketball with 1:27 to play. Hogan Hybertson back in. Out comes Logan Reuter. What a great third quarter he had. He had 12 of his 14, including a couple threes. 68-51 Centerville. 1:24 left to go. Brody Jonke. Hayden Hansen. Lost it out of bounds. And here comes Irene-Wakonda. Couple more reserves. Aiden Mulder, a 5'9 senior, and Elijah Anderson, a 5'10 senior. Centerville will bring in Zach Childress, the 6-foot sophomore. Jackson Bertrand Stever, a 6-foot sophomore. Let's see. Jackson Westra is in, the 6'3 sophomore. And Hybertson and Luke Peterson, the 5'7 junior, in the backcourt. So reserves, for the most part, playing this one out. Three from the corner, no good for Jackson Bertrand Stever. And a foul on the rebound on Centerville with 1:02 to go. The foul on Zach Childress, his first, team's 5th. And at the line, shooting two, is the 5'10 senior Elijah Anderson for Irene-Wakonda. 59-39, Viborg Hurley beats Avon. First of two, no good. In for the Eagles, Isaac Logue, a 5'8 freshman. Caden Ganschow, a 5'11 junior in. So Irene-Wakonda will end their season at 11-10 and 2 losses to Centerville in the last couple weeks of the season. Second free throw no good. And now a sub in for Centerville, Carson Sicking, a 5'11 freshman. And Kuiper Locke, he's up. He may get in with 59.2 to go. Coach Muller telling Kuiper to get to the table so you can get in. So everybody that dressed for Centerville getting to play tonight. Here inside, Jackson Westra off the glass too strong. Rebound to Elijah Anderson. 35 seconds to play for Irene-Wakonda. Elijah Anderson. Here, a shot by Aiden Mulder off the floor. And here comes Kuiper Locke, the 5'11 freshman. And coming out, Jackson Bertrand Stever. So shot clock is off. I would think Coach Muller says, well, as a charter member of the 2-minute 43-second club at Yankton High School, we didn't hold it. We wanted to score. That's why I only scored 14 points in high school.
That's
folks.
right, Joe.
But the final score will read as Luke Peterson will dribble things out. The final score, Centerville 68, Irene-Wakonda.
Did that go in? I do not know.
Nope. Well, he wasn't supposed to shoot it, whoever it was. I think it was Luke Peterson.
It was.
That shot it. He wasn't supposed to shoot it. But the final score, Centerville 68, Irene-Wakonda 51.
Bucket should have counted. The referees. Wow. Yeah, he got it off before the shot expired. But
Yep. Well, again, Irene-Wakonda will end their season at 11-10. Centerville now 15-6 will play Viborg-Hurley.
Yeah, here it is.
In the quarterfinals.
Oh, that's the wrong graphic.
Yep.
Please hold.
Again, the final in Hurley at the middle school. In another quarterfinal in Region 4B, Viborg-Hurley 59.
There we go.
And Avon 39. Avon was stuck at 10 after the first quarter, and the Cougars pull away from the win. So, Centerville at Viborg-Hurley, that's the number 4 seed, against the number 1 seed, and that'll be Friday night at 7. Final score here, Centerville 68, Irene-Wakonda 51. We'll be back to wrap things up. We'll give you the scoring summary, a visit with Centerville coach Corey Muller. Then we'll look at other region scores, including Region 4B, the other 2 quarterfinals, after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats in the attic to rodents in the walls, ants in the kitchen, termites underground, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family-owned, community-trusted.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
A lot of family members don't realize when you get picked to be the executor of mom and dad's estate or the trustee, it is a thankless job. I have met with lots of families where the heartstring emotion of selling a family farm, if you're not a farmer and not been in a farming family, you can't understand the dynamics that go in with that. You just got to be patient, let them air any concerns that they have, listen to them, and try to understand the struggles that everyone goes through and make it a positive experience.
Along with Charlie Preen and her sponsors, Joe Van Gore, back at the Purple Gym at Centerville High School, and in the South Dakota Region 4B Boys Basketball Tournament quarterfinals, number 4 seeded Centerville pulls away from number 5 seed Irene-Wakonda in the second half to win by the final of 68-51. Irene-Wakonda ends their season at 11-10. And they will graduate 3 senior starters, Christian Putman, Noah Hansen, and Brody Jonke. But the rest, well, yep, a couple more seniors on the roster. 5'9 senior Aiden Mulder and 5'10 senior Elijah Anderson, who got in the game. So, Irene-Wakonda will put away the gear and be back next year in Great Plains Conference action. Centerville survives and advances. But really, it was the third quarter where Centerville really kind of pulled away for the win.
Yeah, for sure, and really excited to see where these boys go. The third quarter showed a lot what this team can do. I think the three-point ball that fell was a big one, but for sure the defense that they played in that quarter as well. On only one field goal, I believe, in that whole third quarter, Joe. So you got to give it to the defense in that quarter. In the second half specifically, I really, really liked the move to the zone in the second half as well. So excited to see what these guys got to say for the interview as well.
You bet. So hand the handset over to 6'3 senior Alec Austin, who inside had 20 points. Alec, congratulations on the win. Kind of like the blueprint of the Great Plains Conference Classic Championship, where you had a big game inside. Talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. It was a fun game. I think this team can compete with anybody, especially when we're shooting the ball like that and moving the ball around and scoring inside. We're a tough team to compete against, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yep, playing a team for the third time, lost at home, where Irene-Wakonda really shot the ball well, really went to the board well. I thought you and your guys, really went to the defensive boards hard tonight. That was a key, not only for Coach Muller, but for Coach Lee of Irene-Wakonda.
For sure. Yep. Yeah, we played them 3 times, obviously. So I mean, we knew them, they knew us. So then it kind of comes down to the athletes you got and how you play that night. And I really think we came out with the energy and just got it done today.
And probably not surprised that Irene-Wakonda or that Centerville, after being down 17-10. Wow, Ethan Bobzine, half-court 3 at the buzzer. 5 threes in the first half. He must kind of take the little bit of a load off, coming in.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like I said, we got the guys. We can score on all 3 levels, and it just depends who's scoring that night. So we got the athletes to do it, and when he's hot, and we got plenty of other dudes who can do it too. So I think all around we're well-rounded, and we're ready to go.
All right, Viborg Hurley, Friday night. And ran into them last year in the semis or the SODAC 16 qualifier. But you have a win over them here at home. It'll be a lot different atmosphere on Friday night, but got to, I'm sure, work off of what happened here. I think it was, 39-37 in that game. So how about some keys on Friday night, because you know that they'll be after the Tornadoes Friday night.
Yep, they'll be coming after us. But our guys are confident right now. We're all confident. We're playing really good basketball right now, and I think any team sees that, and we're going to be ready to go, that's for sure.
All right. Well, Alec, again, great game, 20 points, a lot of rebounds. Got to believe that you were certainly close to a double-double tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Good
sir.
job.
Thank you.
All right. Charlie Eide joining us. Alec Austin joining us here on our post-game show. And now let's put the headset on. Centerville head coach Corey Muller. And Corey, you take a look at the game. 19-18 after a quarter, where I think when you talk about game changers, Ethan Bobzien hitting a three from half court at the buzzer to bring you within one when you were down 7. I thought that was a big moment there.
Oh, absolutely. That momentum that you get from those buzzer beaters carries you into the huddle and then out of the huddle, and it kind of shell shocks your opponent a little bit. If you remember back to our first meeting here in Centerville, they actually hit 2 buzzer beaters, one at the end of the first quarter, and then they had a half quarter themselves in the second quarter, which we had gained some momentum and closed that gap, but they stole it right back, and we were hopeful that we could reciprocate that a little bit.
Yep, and ended up leading at halftime 41-37 after your team got out to a 12-point lead. They came back, and I'm sure that was no surprise to you.
No, they were resilient. Coach Lee had a great game plan. We knew that they were going to try to start left, go right, and they really attacked us in that second quarter. We couldn't get them off the ball, and they, Putman and of course, Hansen's the key to that, and he finds Healy, and he got Jonke on the outside. He started to get going. So once they put the ball on the ground, we really had to regroup a little bit. We came out in the second half with a little bit different defensive look to start the half, and gave us a little bit of breathing room, and then we just kind of slowly built on it from there. You mentioned Ethan Bobzien and his hot half. He had been out with concussion earlier in the year, and he battled in some influenza. And we've just had a lot of ups and downs, with our health, and we seem to be all back now. And we're excited about the things that we can accomplish for sure going forward. Obviously, Viborg Hurley's they're a load.
Yep, and we'll talk about them in a moment. But what we talked about with you and with Coach Lee, rebounding was the big key tonight. Your guys were great on the defensive boards.
Hats off. That's not always an area that we necessarily excel at. We try, but there's a difference between trying and getting it done. And tonight they're determined, and you got guys like Charlie Eide that stepped in and had a couple of huge rebounds for us. Tucker Martz and Al, of course, on the boards, and Corbin Topol's got his length. And the Rooter boys can jump out of the building and get some boards, and Ethan can sky out. We got guys that are athletic. They have a good feel for the game. I feel like I should mention Hogan Hybertson. He's definitely a nice 6th, 7th option that we get coming in off the bench, and they're just a fun group. We had Bo Eide come back, and unfortunately, it looks like he might be sidelined a little bit. We'll have to figure that out. But we're getting guys into their roles, and they're playing off each other. And when you can play off your teammates, it's fun basketball.
And probably stuck in between 5'7" freshman Logan Reuter. What a third quarter he had, 12 of his 14 points, and he was battling inside. He got a couple offensive rebounds and putbacks and stuff like that. It's just like Irene-Wakonda's going, well, what are you doing in here?
You're right.
You're only 5'7", but he was playing like he was a few inches taller than he is.
Yeah, if you know his dad, Dave Reuter, which I know him pretty well, his mindset is put me in the phone booth, I'm coming out. And I think that's been passed on to the next generation. They're not afraid to go in with the trees and the size and get it. And they, you know what, as much as it's natural, they're in the weight room year-round, and they're lifting weights, and they have goals for themselves, and they're going to meet those goals. So it's not luck or it's not opportunity. It's hard work and dedication to the craft. So it's fun to see. And we just got a lot of guys that have bought into the weight room and doing the little things right.
All right. Viborg Hurley on Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've got some time to work on it instead of just a practice tomorrow and the game Thursday. The Centerville girls play in the Sodak 16 on Thursday at the new Mitchell High School gym. But that game kind of fit a pace that Centerville liked because Viborg Hurley can score from anywhere and at a fast pace.
They got some dudes, don't they? I mean, back-to-back years, where they lost, 5 losses in 2 years. I mean, that's a run. That is a run. And Coach Warwick over there, I mean, he's got them. They got wrinkles, twists. They got more moves than a hula dancer. They really do. Like, they get after it, and it's just it's a fun program to watch. Not a fun one to prepare for. Definitely the last time we saw them, we had a couple looks that we felt confident in, but there's no way that they're going to sit back and let us do the same thing. So we got to go back to the whiteboard and get some new looks and create some opportunities for ourselves. And, I think my guys are confident, and they love the challenge. That's one thing. If you look at our schedule, we haven't backed away. I know we got loaded up with Castlewood in a classic there up in Dubrook, and I looked at my guys, and they were rated number 1 at the time, and I said, well, we jumped in the deep end. Let's see if we can swim with them. And, end of the day, we hung tight. That's right. Yeah, when you play, the teams that you did, ranked teams, Viborg Hurley, Freeman, Castlewood. I mean, somebody was thinking of you in the last media poll and giving you a vote. And but like we said, that's kind of recognition. You did win 8 out of your last 9, and, that loss was to Chester in a close one up there. But now 1-0 in the postseason, and try to get better and get to 2-0 and get to a Sodak 16 will be the goal on Friday. 100%. That's the dream, right? That's all anybody wants is a chance, and we gave ourselves another chance to move on. And we're not going to take it lightly. We're going to get after them, and we're not going to let them off easy, as I'll say. I have a lot of respect for them, so I know that they're going to be amped up, fired up, and ready to go. All right. Coach Muller, congratulations. Thanks for joining us here. Go get them on Friday night. Thank you. Appreciate what you guys do here. All right. Corey Muller, the head coach of Centerville, here on our post-game show. And let's go to the scoring summary of the game. First of all, for Irene-Wakonda, all 5 starters score, none off the bench, 2 in double figures. Brody Jonke had 15 to lead the Eagles tonight. Hayden Hansen with 14. They're both, Hayden Hansen at a sophomore. He's a pretty handy guard, and he'll be back for the Eagles next year. 9 for Christian Putman, one of the 3 senior starters. Noah Hansen, the 3rd senior starter, had 7. Kane Healy with 6. Then on down the line, Hadley Nielsen, Caden Ganschow, Riggs Weeman, Wyatt Jonke, Isaac Logue, Aiden Mulder, and Elijah Anderson all played but didn't score. Irene-Wakonda, 19 field goals. 4 of those were 3-pointers, 3 by Brody Jonke, 1 by Christian Putman. And Irene-Wakonda, 9 of 21 from the free throw line. For Centerville, all 5 starters score, 1 off the bench, 3 in double figures, 2 in the 20s. Ethan Bobzine, with his 5 threes in the first half, had 17, added 5 in the fourth quarter to lead with 22. Alec Austin, 13 at the half, 7 in the second, had 20. Logan Reuter, 12 of his 14 points were in the third quarter. 6 for Corbin Topol on a couple threes. Tucker Martz with a 3. Charlie Eide off the bench had a 3. Luke Peterson, Bo Eide, Hogan Hybertson, Lane Reuter, Zach Childress, Jackson Westra, Kuiper Locke, Jackson Bertrand Stever, Carson Sickink all played for Centerville but didn't score. Centerville, 26 field goals, 10 of those 3-pointers. Half of those, 5 by Ethan Bobzine, 1 by Tucker Martz, 2 by Corbin Topol, and 2 by Logan Reuter. And Centerville was 6 of 9 from the free throw line in a 68-51 win. All right, Charlie, let's look at the rest of Region 4B and see where everybody else will land come Friday in the semifinals of 4B and the Sodak 16 qualifier.
There we go. Yeah, Joe. Excited to see where things end up. Obviously, we play Viborg Hurley Friday night, 7 o'clock. But Parkston gets by Trip Delmont Armor in that second half, Joe, 57-39. They really found a way to get shots inside in that one to get past a pretty ornery Trip Delmont Armor team, 57-39. And then Freeman gets past Gable Vollen, who gave them a run for their money until about the end of the third quarter. And then Freeman put the gas pedal down, to say the least, ending up winning by 24 points in that one. So Freeman gets by Gayville Vollen, and that sets up your Sodak 16 qualifiers in Region 4B, Joe.
That's right. Centerville at Viborg Hurley, Friday night at 7. Freeman at Parkston, Friday night at 7. Of course, you can go to SD Scores to find out other Class B region scores and Class A region scores. The AA Sodak 16 games for the girls will be Friday night, and the boys on Saturday. Of course, locally in AA, the Yankton Gazelles will play Friday night at Rapid City Stevens, and the Yankton Bucks, probably the best, 8-12 team, regardless of class, in South Dakota. They will be at Harrisburg trying to get the state. But Harrisburg, you better look out for the Bucks. Just saying, folks. All right. Well, Charlie, we've got one more game this week, and that will be a doozy on Thursday, as 20-2 Centerville will play 18-4 Highmore Herald in the Class B girls Sodak 16. That will be at the brand spanking new Mitchell High School gym. Wish we could be in the Corn Palace, but excited to do a game at Mitchell's new gym. Preceding that game will be
DeSmet Parkston.
Yeah, DeSmet and Parkston. Of course, DeSmet, if I remember correctly, got an upset.
They're a scary team right now.
They are. And they will play, Parkston and DeSmet will play at 5:30. Centerville and Highmore Herald will play at 7. And we'll have the Centerville Highmore Herald game not only on Centerville Tornadoes Live with our Centerville sponsors, but we're also feeding that to Highmore Herald. So a big night of basketball coming up Thursday night from Mitchell's High School gym, and certainly looking forward to that, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well, because obviously we'll have a statewide coverage on both live streams, but it'll be Centerville's businesses, Centerville's local ads getting out there. So excited about that for our sponsors as well. But no, it should be a great night, putting a lot of work into this one. Really excited to get to Mitchell and to get to do a game like this, because both of these teams, Highmore Herald's a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And, I think you're going to hear that in the interview with Tucker Tornberg before the game. But yeah, I think Highmore Herald, a respected team in the state, and it would not be surprised to see our game start a little later if that DeSmet Parkston game gets strung out, Joe.
Yeah, and I did see in Highmore Herald's schedule that they played a 4-point game to number 1 Lyman, and that was at Lyman.
Sure.
In Kennebec. Or no, I'm sorry, in Presho. So, yeah, anything happens in the postseason, and usually does. So we'll have the Centerville girls and Highmore Herald girls and the Class B girls, Sodak 16, Friday night scheduled for 7 o'clock. Will be.
I think our pregame's supposed to start at 7:15, but if the stream isn't going, it's because the stream before us is still going. So
right.
If you're trying to find out our ETA, go check out the Parkston stream. That'll be streamed on Parkston Trojans Live and DeSmet's YouTube channel. I believe there may be. I believe the Parkston crew is doing that. So yeah, the Parkston crew will be doing that.
Right, and folks. Went up to DeSmet a couple times to do football to help them out after their previous streaming service kind of left them high and dry at the beginning of the season. But that's another story for another time. And, folks, this will wrap up.
This is it.
Football home games and girls and boys basketball home games here on Centerville Tornadoes Live. Big thanks to our sponsors that have brought you action, and especially, for basketball when Doug Edberg starts to stream for the C games and JV games, and you and I come in for the varsity games. So it's been a fun season, but not done for the Centerville girls and for the Centerville boys, as they will advance to more playoff action to try to get to the state tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Again, really thankful, grateful that we're able to come in here and do this. Again, Doug Edberg and the entire school district has been great to us this year, and we hope to give back just a little bit to what you guys give to us. So, again, looking forward to Thursday. If you can't show up to Mitchell, check out the live stream and share the link as well. We want this to get out. The production will be a high-quality production with we'll have a camera operator and the whole deal up in Mitchell. So looking forward to it, Joe.
All right, so the final score again in the quarterfinals of the South Dakota Region 4B Boys Basketball Tournament. Centerville, 68. They're now 15-6, and Irene-Wakonda, who finishes their season at 11-10, at 51. For our sponsors, for Charlie Preen, I'm Joe Van Gore. This has been an exclusive presentation of Centerville Tornadoes Live on Live Ticket TV. We bid you good night from the Purple Gym at Centerville High School.